So it pays to watch our newscast. You could win a car. That is exactly what happened to a local guy after a story we ran just a few weeks ago about a raffle at the San Diego Automotive Museum.
Yeah, the museum has fallen on some really tough times because of the pandemic, so they had to get creative with their latest fundraising effort. Ashley Matthews explains how it all played out, certainly worked out for this guy.
Yes, and I know everyone wants to see who the winner was and hear from him. So that'll be happening in just a minute, I promise you. Yeah, a little background on this. So it's been really tough for the San Diego Automotive Museum, especially since the pandemic began, because there's been so many layoffs, furloughs, volunteers are not able to come in. So they were looking at more layoffs before the holidays, having to do that. And of course, nobody wants to do that, right? So they looked, they were like, what can we do to try to raise some money? Well, they didn't have to look far. They looked in their display room and found a car. Hey, raffled it off. Take a look. So people bought raffle tickets, and one lucky person was the winner of this beautiful 1968 Dodge Corvette. Don't you just love that color? Well, just to give you a little more background on why the museum needed to pull from their display and raffle off a car, the museum first closed in the middle of March, opened back up in June, closed again in July, reopened in September, and now the brakes are back on and it is closed, unfortunately. So they called us up. We did a news story about their raffle, and it was really incredible to see the response from the community. The lucky winner was actually watching our story, and that, along with his daughter, persuaded him to help out, test his luck, and buy a ticket.
My daughter was walking by and she goes, because she knows I like old cars, right? So she says, "Dad, I bet you're going to try to win that car." I go, you got to check it out. So then I went on the internet, checked it out, and then bought a ticket.
Yeah, you heard that right. He bought one ticket. So each ticket was $100. So he basically got that car for $100. Pretty impressive. But it helped the museum out so much because there was a lot of community support. A lot of people were buying tickets, which is wonderful to see, especially right now. So we'll talk about that, how much money was raised and what it looks like for the next couple of months and this year for the museum, coming up in about 30 minutes. For now, reporting live from Harbor Island, Ashley Matthews, NBC 7.
Love that story and love it even more now that I know that he was just listening to
Good
NBC
for him.
7. See?